Alright, we're back. Flying through the air. In this game, like if you're looking for specific items, they are fairly realistic in their location. So like in this instance, we're trying to find some scrap metal, because that's one of the key things that you need to start building stuff. And the best place to find that, at least that I've found so far, and obviously, you know, that'll always be subject to change while they're working on this game. The best place I have found is on these wrecked vehicles. You can just go in there and look for some scrap metal. You know, foods in cupboards, stuff like that. It's set up really nice, and I really hope that they keep working on this game and improving it. I mean, obviously, if everybody that's bought it, they lose incentive to make it a great game, which is kind of why I really don't like the idea of the pay while you're making it system. But hopefully that model will prove me wrong. Still need one more scrap of cloth so we can make a satchel or some scrap metal. What do we got here? Nice little lion head dressers. Yeah, I have played around with the settings, and I think unfortunately that the game's going to be a little on the lower end for a while. But like I said, every aspect of it's getting better and better. You know, eventually you won't see things like torches and bookcases. But it's whatever. We're having fun, that's all that matters. The most important aspect to a video game, obviously, is not necessarily the features of the game or the graphics. At least in my opinion, the most important thing in a video game is, well, I guess you could call it fun for the amount of money you spend. And the amount that I spent on this so far, I think it's worth it. I'd definitely go ahead and check it out. They got it on Steam, and it's one of those pay and play it early type things. I think it was about $20, something like that. I see people on my friends list and other places that they've put in like 200 hours in the game. I mean, so obviously there's a lot to do. Like I said, we're on a PvE server, so that's one of the more boring ones. Oh shit, we went backwards. It's one of the more boring ones because there's obviously no people running around that are going to kill me, and they're generally lower population. But you can play on PvE, PvP, or you can play on what's called Battle Royale. The PvE and PvP servers have a oh boy, what do you want to call it? They have the survival mechanic where you have to keep track of all your food and blah blah blah. And ammo and guns are really hard to find. But on the Battle Royale one, pretty much every room you look in, there's some sort of gun. You know, whether you'll get the right ammo for it is another thing. But everyone's running around with guns, and you don't have to worry about how much hydration you have and that sort of thing. You just pick up guns and kill each other, drive around, kill each other. You know, you make a group and run around and do that. So there's pretty much a game mode for everybody on here. And they're working on all of them, so that's pretty cool. Like you can see, though, I just picked up this gun, and there are no shells for it whatsoever. That's at least as far as I've gotten in this game. Every single gun I've ever picked up is always empty, and then, like I said, you probably only find 1 or 2 bullets every once in a while for the specific gun that you're using. I'm going to go ahead and hold on to this just in case we find something cool for it. If I need the space, obviously, I'll just get rid of it, because me personally, I don't really see the need to rely on firearms in this game. We'll just make a bow, and, you know, there's our ammo right there. Ammo, 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 ammo. Oh, look, some more ammo. That's why I would just make a bow, personally. And you can make 2 different bows. The better one has more requirements. It's like a string and the stick and the cloth, whereas the cheap bow is just a stick and cloth, so you can get one right off the bat. These are really handy. I'm not sure if you can make one. I'd have to play around with recipes, but you can find them pretty much in wrecked cars. You use them to... Me personally, I want to keep my axe in tip-top shape, because you always want to have a great axe. I actually can't believe that I found one so fast. You want that axe to be in tip-top shape so you can keep chopping down trees and getting materials. Let's see, we got a little knife here. There we go. Now we have something worth talking about. So now we have a way to kill some guys. Cool beans. So we got ourselves a little shiv. Everything will break eventually in this game. So you gotta keep an eye on your durability. It's just like any RPG, and once you break it, you can never use it again. So when something's about to break, quit using it, use something else. We are about to get, I think let's go ahead and make some stuff. Let me just make sure we don't have anything else we can discover. Parachute flare, cool. Well, I don't want to make that, so, you know, have fun. We will go ahead and make, I believe, the satchel, since we have quite a bit of cloth. So let's go ahead and make a satchel. And like you can see, look at that. That added 300. That's a lot of space, man. That's going to really let us keep stuff and keep building up our inventory and our supplies and what we can get. I did find, where did it go? Was it in here? Yeah. Different food items do different stuff. Like some of them will only do your hydration, some will do hydration energy, some will do just energy, and some will make you lose hydration. So, I mean, that's normally logical. So things like beans and nuts, when you eat them, they will give you energy at the expense of hydration. So we found some tomatoes. Let's go ahead and eat those. And like you can see down here, whenever it's done, that's going to give us a bunch of energy and a little bit of hydration. So we're still, thirst is going to be our #1 issue. That's why we really want to find a place that we want to stay and build ourselves a dew collector, or find a well. Which if I find an empty bottle, I'm going to take that. You can either find bottles that are full of water, which are very rare to find, or more commonly you will find empty bottles. Oh, let's get some shades, man. And you can use those at a dew collector or a what you call it, a well, and fill it up with water and carry it around with you for when you need it. Eventually, when your stats get too low, your survival stats, you will die, and that's not fun. When you die in this game, aside from the obvious, you're dead, which sucks for everyone. You cannot respawn, but so when you die, you'll have to make you can play as the same name, you know, same looking character. You just respawn. You lose all of your items. Every single thing that you've required is gone, which is another reason why I mess around on a PvE server right now, because I really don't want to mess around with people right now, and just at this stage in the game while I'm still exploring stuff. And I'd highly recommend for your first time playing it that you consider doing that as well. But they will be able to kill you. You can go back and get your stuff. If a player kills you, you might as well not even bother with it, because they're probably going to loot you and take all your goodies. But if a zombie kills you, or you die of exposure or whatever, you can run back and attempt to find yourself. You'll either be an animated corpse walking around, so you'll be a zombie, and you can kill yourself and get your stuff, or else you'll just see your corpse laying there, one of the two. And obviously there's the issue of finding it, which is challenging in this game unless you have a compass. Unfortunately, it is hard to get around. I think I'm going to go ahead and pause this really quick just until I can figure out where I'm going. We really need to find some scrap metal so we can keep getting more stuff. That satchel helped out a lot because that tripled our inventory space without, well, I don't know about tripled, but it added a lot. When you first start out, you have, what do you have, 50, and 100, and it's really hard to split up what you're carrying around. So storage space at the beginning of this game is a premium. Oh, why not? Since we got this, we'll go ahead and make a bow, I guess. We got plenty of cloth. Excuse me. Oh shoot. See, like the bow is 800. so we can't put that anywhere. At this point in the game, I'm just going to get rid of the shotgun. You know, like I said, you don't get the ammo. Much better to just get that bow. And now we have a bow. I mean, it's a very, you know, crude, some band-aids and string wrapped around some sticks, but it'll get the job done. It's not gonna be pretty, you know. It's kind of like that first girl everybody went out with, but it gets what you need out of it. And then, like I said, you know, you can get sticks from everywhere, from planks or from the trees. So your ammo is really not that much of a consideration. The ammo is really easy to find, and actually, I think I might go ahead and chop down a tree just so I have some more arrows. I'm not sure if a tree falling will kill you. I've never really wanted to find out. I would just move out of the way. But like you can see, you have to chop on it a little bit, and then eventually it'll fall down. You know, a little bit of timber, and I'm wondering if someday they'll make it so that shack would have been destroyed had that tree fallen on it. But like I said, I've never wanted to stand under it and find out what it does. You know, if you feel like doing that, hey, more power to you. Me personally, no thanks. So you get the logs when you chop it down, which you can turn into planks. So 2 logs makes 2 planks, and then we're going to turn the planks into sticks. See, so 1 tree that gave us 2 logs, and we're now at 8 sticks, and we'll turn those into arrows. And the cool thing about the arrows is, unlike a gun, when you shoot that bullet or that shotgun shell, that is permanently gone. You know, once you use it, you're done. When you use a bow, the arrow will be sticking somewhere. You know, so if you miss, you might be able to find it in the ground. Or you'll see it laying in a corpse or whatever, and you can get that arrow back. It's a pretty effective weapon, and it's one that you can get very early in the game, so you don't have to worry about your supplies and stuff. You can also kill animals to get food and cook them and stuff like that. They are all over the place. Don't be surprised to see a deer on top of a building or flying through the air at this point in the game, because it is under development. I really can't stress that enough. If you're looking for a polished game, this is definitely not one you should play. But I think I've pretty much cleared out this area, and I'm going to go ahead and pause this really quick, and we will try and find a new area and hopefully get some scrap metal so that we can look at some more recipes in this game. So stay tuned, and hopefully you're enjoying what you're seeing so far, and it's a good game. I really like it. It's something worth watching, and we'll see what they do with it over the months and years.